Hey guys, this is Jessica. Welcome back to my channel, The Retro Farmhouse. Today I'm working on a project, a furniture piece project for a client that wanted me to kind of redo this project for their bedroom. And so this piece has been sitting out in this garage for quite a while, and she got it from a neighbor who also, you know, maybe tried to repaint it a little bit, which is why you see it in the two-tone color. And that's my chicken making a lot of noise right now. And so anyway, I'm going to show you just some things on this piece of why some mistakes that were made a little bit, and why you can't just repaint over some pieces depending on what the original finish was. And don't forget to stay tuned for the end, and I will be announcing our Arteza winner for our giveaway. So let's get into doing today's project. So one of the first things I noticed about this piece right away was the fact that it had a lot of chippy paint on it. Now, a lot of times that's a great look. However, when this was previously painted, they just painted this over and didn't sand it or anything like that. And the issue that you'll have with some of the furniture pieces is that if you don't get that high gloss finish off over top of this, then your paint's not going to stick and it's just going to flake off over time. So ideally what I wanted to do first was I wanted to just get the white latex paint off. So again, I used my citrus strip and I just applied this on here. And do make sure you wear gloves, but this is a great product. I like to use it a lot because I can work with it indoors and it doesn't have harmful fumes or anything like that. And then I just leave it on there for about 30 minutes or longer, and then it just scrapes the paint right off.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out.
To get the rest of my paint off, I just basically used my little mouth sander here. I sanded that down with a coarse grit sandpaper, and then a medium, and then a fine, just so that I could get all the way down to the wood.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting.
And here you'll see what it actually looks like when it gets down to the natural bare wood.
But we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Even if the sky.
Originally, I wanted to do more of a distressed look, so you may see me here adding a couple different colors. I used a lot of sample colors from the DIY paint line, and like crinoline and mint chip, and I just applied these here and there. And originally I was going to, like I said, distress this down, but then I ended up changing my mind at the last minute. But if you're looking for this type of technique where basically it looks like a vintage piece that's been painted over and over again, then you'll want to apply a couple different layers of some of your favorite colors in different areas, and then that way when you go back to distress it, you can kind of see those colors underneath. And I should say this is my first time using some DIY paint and one of the pixie brushes from Jamie Ray Vintage, and I just love this. The paint is so pigmented and it goes on really, really well. And for most of the time I only had to use 2 applications. And the main color that I'm putting back on here is Farm Fresh. And we chose this color because the client originally liked the teal kind of color that it had originally, and so we were trying to recreate this. So this color matched the best. I will say to note with this color that it does go on darker, but it does take a little bit to dry, and you'll notice in this picture that when it does dry, it comes out lighter. So just kind of know that and maybe test a sample piece on whatever piece you're working on just to make sure that that's the color that you want. To paint the smaller detail pieces, I basically just used a little craft brush, and one of the details I want to mention when you're using this is to avoid some of the brush strokes that you will get with this. I just kind of applied it in short strokes and then went back and did one long brush stroke. That way it kind of eliminated all of those. We went ahead and went with the original hardware, and most of it was already spray painted in this kind of bronzy color with some little specks that kind of showed through, so we kind of kept that the same. And for the top piece, it had a lot of scuffs on it as well. Basically just fine sanded that down just to kind of get some of the scratch marks that were already on this off. And then I used this stain that I already had. It's from the Varthane brand, and it's in Kona, and it has like a stain plus poly already in it. And one of the last things to do to this item was just repair this backer piece. It was coming off, so I just used my Ryobi nail gun and just put a few nails in the back to secure that. And here's how this project turned out. We ended up not sealing this piece. We kind of liked how the matte finish looked on it, and DIY paint is really good for holding up against, you know, scratches, dings, that sort of thing. So I really just love how this turned out. It really just revived this old antique piece, and the top of it looks practically brand new from just refinishing that with some of the stain that we already used. One of the fun details about this piece is just all the little intricate carvings that it has on the front side and then on the sides of the piece. I just love it when I have an old little antique piece that has these little details. It certainly makes for a definite eye catcher in the room. Thank you guys again so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed today's project and you learned a few things. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button as well as comment below. And just want to say thank you guys again so much for entering our giveaway with Arteza. If you didn't win today, don't worry. I plan on doing some more giveaways of maybe some products that I have used and that I really love. And also give, more opportunity for those people who weren't able to participate depending on the country that you live in. I would like to announce that our winner is going to be Jane Louder, and she is from Illinois. So Jane, if you see this, make sure that you go under my descriptions here and find my email for the Retro Farmhouse, and please email me your information so that I can get that to Arteza. And don't forget to join us again for our next DIY. See you guys again next time.